once again heading back into the world of Ogre Gate, so let's have some fun here tonight. Of course, I'm your MC behind the scenes, I'm John. Of course, we're joined by our DM, Mildred the Monk, and our players, Lady K, Ember's Tale, Nephenor Frall, and Stellar Shiva. Folks, how are we doing today?
We exist in this timeline.
Existing.
The horrors persist, but so do I.
Joke's on you, I exist in multiple timelines.
He's fourth dimensional.
Haven't you ever
food, if that explains anything.
Haven't you ever read about Schrodinger's cat?
Why aren't you meowing then?
Because we don't know if he's in the box or not.
Because I'm not getting paid.
No, that happens next week. I'm kidding.
But yeah, we are back once again with this particular affair. This has been a very productive week when it comes to me fulfilling my resolution of doing more scripts. I've got a couple more that I've got in the back burner, and there's going to be a few more coming. But I will note this: I sorely miss having integrated character sheets, but I've been making do. And I'm used to jumping between both monitors as is. But last time we left off, you guys ended up interfering with a shipment of plume. One that was made it very clear that certain parties were messing around in places they shouldn't. And after doing a bit further exploration, you guys ended up in the Plum Tree Temple and discovered a lacquered box that contained some interesting cargo. And by interesting, I mean a dozen Asura.
15 to be exact.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I thought it was John's exes.
Hey!
Actually, he doesn't have that many exes.
I think she was referring more to my character than me.
Oh.
Yeah. When did Ramona
probably
Flowers
has
enter
had a few heartbreaks in his time.
Yeah.
No, he's probably got a few scorned lovers.
Yeah. When did Ramona Flowers show up in this game?
Crossover.
Absolutely not.
Rule 63, Ramona Flowers.
Yeah. Absolutely not, because I'm not making a sequel to this game that just shits on the original audience. Oops, did I say that out loud? And yeah, I'm not taking that back. O'Malley knows what he did, and he's gonna live with the consequences. But because of that, I feel like I should have used that in hindsight when we did the growing against your audience episode of Geek Watch. Is that doing that old bait and switch of setting it up that it's going to be about about the main character, and then switching off to the deuteragonist. It's not a good move. It never works. But beyond that, there is also the rumor that there may be a leaky ship within the 87 Killers.
You know what they say, folks? Loose lips sink ships.
Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, there's been some turmoil on that front, and the usual sect wars that are going to happen when you've got several unorthodox and criminal clans and sects working in one particular prefecture. And we pick off as you guys had camped out nearby Sao Outpost, as you needed some place to camp for the night, and that was the closest there was. But with that in mind, now that it's a brand new day, what hex would you guys like to head into?
Alright, let me double check something real quick. We are roundabouts here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we stopped at that checkpoint.
Mm-hmm.
What's the website again with the dice?
Roll 20.
Roll 20. Okay, thank you. Do I click launch game or?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Let's see. We are still pretty deep in Celestial Plume territory, and we still have yet to find out anything.
Sao Outpost is owned by the 87.
Yeah.
Oh.
However, we did remember, if we remember correctly, the guards we did dealt with were actually part of the Hen Shi follower.
Yeah.
What if we were to investigate that? Because if that's where we're getting the Celestial Plume dealing with, that might not be a bad place to start investigating. And we're right below a Hen Shi temple.
So you're thinking of heading up north towards Temple Hill?
That would be my suggestion.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I zoomed in on the maps, that way everybody watching could see what we're talking about. This is where we're at right now, folks. This is approximately where John's talking about going. And the idea does hold merit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. All right then. No, as you guys get set up in the morning, you opt to head northward toward with the first stop within the Gu district being Shu Ye Shi. This is a decent sized town for the time. It's about 2,000 people. Its main export being a salt mine. It's also where the magistrate of the Gu district is located. Though in the last year or so, Celestial Plume has started to enter this particular area.
I have a question about the Celestial Plume.
What?
Like, do you smoke it? Do you inject it? How do you use it?
Nobody's gonna do injecting in this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, given the time period, this is probably gonna be smoking.
Okay.
Lighting it up.
Well, yeah, I was being sarcastic when I said, do you inject it? I mean...
Fair enough.
But let's see, moving you north. So, I need one of you to roll survival.
Alright, that's going to be either Neff or Shiva. They have the highest rank.
Okay, I have a 1 in Is it cities or travel?
travel.
Like travel?
Okay, yeah, I have one, so I'll roll.
Hmm. Okay. Now I need to roll 2d10 on my table.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Neff rolled a 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
but
is
that
one
doesn't mean much.
Okay, can I
Uh.
roll?
You
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 did.
did. You got a 3.
You got a 3.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't see the animation, so I got confused. Okay.
oh.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm a little worried, not gonna lie.
Oh god, more dice.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck, I don't like that.
I really don't like that.
Oh. Well, before you can even get to Shoyeshi, you find that a checkpoint has been set up with a inspection line. On that inspection line is a constable and about 28 inspectors.
Oh, Jesus.
Shiva, we're not going to give the inspectors a hard time today.
No, trust me, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah, we learned our lesson from that one.
Because we will die otherwise.
And let me correct myself. It's a inspector and about 28 soldiers looking for smuggled goods.
Which thankfully we don't have.
And these particular soldiers are fully kitted out. Armor, swords, spears, several of them with crossbows. It's less like a wandering inspection and more like a small army.
Ugh. Yeah, no, we're not gonna fuck around with these guys.
And as you approach, the constable goes, Please stop right there. We need to inspect everyone who passes for smuggled or illegal goods."
I, of course, step right up and... Of course, sir. We would certainly not want to impede on that. Search away. We have nothing to hide.
We would be happy to comply.
Yeah.
Wait.
So they do end up searching. In your in your case, yeah, they are a bit pushy on certain parts.
Okay, what did I do?
They don't like peacocks, probably.
I was gonna say, do you have any idea how little that narrows the town? But roll persuade.
Persuade? Alright, let's see what I got for that. Pretty sure. Alright, that's a skill 2. 6.
You do hear a few of them grumbling. Apparently one of them really doesn't like doesn't like actors in general.
Ah.
Like I said, doesn't like peacocks.
And everybody gets the patted down with some care when it comes to the ladies to avoid a scene.
I'd be surprised if they weren't blatantly feeling up Hey Lou, considering that she's a prostitute.
They don't know that,
Fair enough.
but
It's not like she has a business card. At least I hope she doesn't.
Fair enough.
She has it tattooed on her forehead.
Ha.
when it comes to Zhao Wei, they're not raising too much of a fuss. With Leng Yao, they clearly don't like him.
Yeah. I keep my feelings about that to myself because I know better.
Yeah. That and being completely outnumbered if you did try to start something.
Let's start a riot. Sorry.
How about not?
How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
I almost choked on my tea.
Don't waste good tea like that. Then it just becomes hot leaf juice.
Or in this case, cold leaf juice.
But as the inspection goes on, some of you are able to hear some grumbling. It's clear that the soldiers don't enjoy being this level of kitted out just to search for illegal goods. So one of you roll detect.
Yeah, not my territory.
I've got a 1, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I don't
Younger.
have anything.
Ouch.
Oh, I got
Oh!
I got a 2, so
Go for
You
it.
got a better chance than anyone.
Eh,
Hey, see, there you go, an 8.
Ember saves
Alright.
us.
No, she got a 5. What
Weird.
the
My
hell?
dice. Yeah, mine's showing 5 and 8.
yeah,
Yeah.
mine's
Yeah,
a
it's
5
showing
and 8
5
too.
and 8 on the screen, but it for the 3D dice.
Chat side it says
But
2.
the chat side it says 5 and 2.
Do you want me to roll
Roll-
again?
No, we'll chalk that up to a roll 20 fuck up.
That is
Yeah, it does
definitely
this
a
every now
and then.
fuck up.
It does do this.
Okay.
So we'll
Yeah, we had the same
definitely
thing in
go-
Robotech.
We'll definitely go with the one that's on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
For you golf fans, we call that a mulligan.
Right, so need to roll on the second table. But you do end up hearing hearing some rumor that and this seems ridiculously far-fetched, but one of the emperor's concubines is in the prefecture.
Well, that explains the extra security.
But eventually you do get to Shu Yanxi, which, like I said, it's a decent sized village of about 2,000. Though there is a feeling of dread within the city, which some locals account to something that happened in the past that left the place cursed.
Oh, lovely.
Curses, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Lupin and where's Zenigata?
As soon as
my
curses
God.
are mentioned, I look over at Lady K's character and just raise an eyebrow.
Don't look at me, sir. That was not I.
This time.
Yes.
Xianghua keeps her mouth shut.
But one of the more notable places you end up seeing is the Pork Stew Inn, which is Hey, that's what it's called. Don't look at me.
No, that sounds yummy right now.
It does.
It does.
Now I want
course-
Now I want
of
Panda
course-
Express.
Oh god. Of course, if our buddy Easy were here, he'd be shouting out a Toku quote. Yokero Takani! At least I believe that's how it's pronounced.
I'm sorry, but all I heard was the Taco Bell dog from the 90s.
Personally, I prefer the Taco Bell dog when he hit Magic the Gathering. Yo quiero comer spell?
Oh my god!
That actually was on an official card, too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's
It was in the
awesome.
unglued set.
That's fucking awesome. Oh. Ugh.
But
Anyhow, Halu turns to everybody and she's like, "Can we get some steamed buns real quick? I'm hungry."
That does sound lovely.
oh, you guys have been making a bit of a march into this area, and you guys are basically in mountainous territory, since over to the east is Mount Dow.
Indeed.
She also
Plus-
double checks her pouches. I also need to hit the market while we're here.
You did use up some of your supplies over at the outpost.
That I did.
How much money
by
do
the-
we have?
Each character has their own monies.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oops.
Mhm. But
But really quick
Go ahead.
question, Monk. So when the guards were searching, did they touch the plum lacquer box?
no,
Good.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
That could have been.
Let's
really bad.
start a riot. Sorry.
I mean, if we had if we had done something to piss them off, we would have had some measure of numbers.
Still not enough to handle 28 soldiers.
I mean, 5 of us plus 15.
Yeah, except they were fully decked out, which means even your guy,
Yaksha.
even your little friends would have been had to have struggle with that.
I doubt that. They're Yaksha demons, honey.
Still,
We probably could have terrified them off with their presence.
let's not push our luck though. We
Ooh, that
we
would
need
be
to
a good
investigate.
bluff,
it is.
The whores in this
But-
region are super spicy lately.
though.
But
Damn straight.
as you do get some supplies, one of the big things you notice is that there's a lot of stuff offered with some variety of salt, and it's very clear that's one of the big exports of this village.
Wait, so you're telling me this village is Twitter?
You know what? I'm actually gonna ask a question in regards to my character. Considering what she knows about her craft, is there any perfectly refined salt that she could use for her rituals here?
A lot of these. There is some, but it's not much, because a lot of the salt here is the salt that would be used for,
Cooking.
straight up seasoning.
Now, when we're talking not much, are we talking just like a pinch?
Pretty much.
Damn. Well, there goes that hope. Alright, well, she's gonna top off her bag of scorpions, centipedes, and snakes.
All fair. And as you continue on with the place, you do see some of the early signs of celestial plume use. You definitely saw that in the Pork Stew Inn. I mean, it portrays itself as an inn, but it's becoming a bit of a plume den. When it came to getting your more exotic materials, you're able to get some of those at the Zhu family fragrant remedies particular store. The other thing is there's a whole stall that does nothing but salted fish and pork. Though how one's getting fish all the way up here in the mountains is another matter entirely.
I mean, there could be a spring nearby.
But obviously, this was just a pit stop on the way to Temple Hill for you guys.
Might want to make sure we have enough rations to get us there.
But Temple Hill is where you really start getting close to Mount Yao. Not Mount Yao, Mount Dao. What am I saying? It's believed by some of the local lore that Henshi had defeated a bandit here a long time ago. According to some parts of the legend, the bandit abandoned his ways and took up these saffron robes and erected a temple in honor of Henshi. Which...
Sorry, go ahead.
Henshi is one of the major figures when it comes to mythology in this region. For lack of a better term, I will go into her effectively being a sage.
Got it.
But you do end up encountering one thing on the way that you weren't expecting to deal with.
And what's up?
Well, the thing about this region is that it does play host to bears.
Oh, lovely.
The bears.
Pambas!
Just letting y'all know I'm choosing the bear. Sorry.
Yeah, but the bear has to choose you, and I'm sorry, but
Panda?
No, I think Wailu would be more attractive than me.
Also, I'm legally obligated to play this button. Bears!
Yep.
I'm gonna throw something.
Or from this one children's movie, The Bear.
Jeez.
Honey.
All the references and nobody goes with the SNL one.
I said
bears.
the bears.
Yeah, Neff did it.
Neff did it.
I guess I didn't hear it, so blame Discord for that then. But you guys end up because of the path you're taking and going through the mountains. Find yourselves walking into the territory of about 5 moon bears. And you know how it is with bears and territory.
It's theirs, and we're part of it.
And to make things worse, you guys have human food on you.
We are human food.
Yeah, you anybody who's been out in the wilderness knows how dangerous it is when bears get a whiff of human food and how far they're willing to go to get it. But
John, what time is it?
Mhm.
Indeed, it's combat time!
Alright.
Hell yeah.
We roll movement, correct?
Yep. And instead of putting one in for each individual moon bear, I'm just gonna do it once and have that represent all of them.
Alright. Alright, rolling initiative.
So we're rolling initiative and
Ah!
not movement.
Fuck!
Oh.
Mm.
That's a speed roll, right?
Yep.
Alright.
No, I rolled correctly. I got 9.
5.
Hey, guess who's joining you at the end?
Hey, guy!
Alright, both of us need to roll a d10.
Okay.
What's your guys' speed? Actually, no. I would say Neff goes first before you because he's got a higher speed.
Woo! Go Zhenghua!
Okay. Xiaowei is at 1. Yinyo is also at 1.
I'm at
Zhao
1.1.
is at 9. And now for me to roll. Well, I only have 1d10 in speed. They got a 4.
How is it that Jiaowei doesn't have not Jiaowei, Zhenghua doesn't have like a name title or anything on here?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It does for me. Oh, there's the problem. One of the things wasn't checked.
Ah!
All right. So that means Shanghua is going first.
I move to slice one of the bear's throats.
All right. Is that just going to be a mundane attack, or are you using a technique?
Just a mundane attack. I'm using my fan.
All right.
So what do I roll?
You're going to be rolling the fan's associated skill, which I believe is light melee in your case.
Yes. All right.
You did put in mastery, so make note of that. So make note of that when picking which of the buttons to use.
Oh, so it is mastery. Okay. Let me plug that in real quick.
And that's going to be against its parry.
Okay.
And that hits. So roll for damage with the fan.
Do I roll a 3 for that, or?
No, click your character in the damage.
Okay, yeah, I see. Okay, which circle do I hit?
No, in the top left corner, you can see a new menu here up.
Oh.
New macros. You see damage, fan.
Oh, fan. Okay.
Nine, nine, nine.
Yeah, you managed to hit, but because of the hide, it's not doing enough damage yet. But all right, Hu Zhao, it is your turn.
Okay, my turn. Let's see. Can I do the dip of the drunken snake?
That's a counter move. That's when you get it.
Oh, okay. Then can I do the first arrow? It's any range.
Give me. Yeah, you're gonna be using your bow for that instead of your staff. But
Yes,
it can
I
be
would
done.
like to do that. What dice do I roll? Yeah, 1.
Oh. Give me a minute. You're rolling small ranged.
Yes, at any. I can roll at any range.
Yeah, but the
With
skill
this.
is small range.
So to get closer?
No. That's the skill number you have to roll. What is
Oh.
your what is your skill for small range?
range. That would be under
Combat skills first table.
2.
Roll skill 2.
Nine.
All right. That hits. So roll for damage.
Just a D1.
No, click your character, and then you should see some macros appear in the upper left corner.
Which skill were you, or technique were you using again?
Oh. She had said she was using Fierce Arrow. So that you're adding 1d10 to the damage roll for that. Which means you're rolling 4d10.
That's a lot of bear damage.
I don't think she needs the extra roll.
No, but
No, bear.
roll the 4th die anyways, just in case that's another 10.
Like that or?
/R space 1d10.
Oh, okay. Unrecognizable command.
You probably used the wrong slash. It's the one next to shift. No?
Like that.
Oh, I didn't put a space. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's why I said space. There you go. Another 10!
Okay, then. It's at times like these I'm glad that I modified how crits are going to work. because this tech. Now, in this kind of situation, rolling 2 10s would mean 2 damage. But I have done a bit of a house rule regarding criticals, so every time you roll a crit, any die that would have hit but wasn't a crit gets added as a wound.
Dude,
But
it's gonna hurt.
this just in this case because let's see, the 5 and the 6 aren't high enough, so that's not a factor here. But it is still. Is it this question? Are you hitting the same one that Zhanghua tried to hit before? Or are you aiming for a different one?
I think for the very last one. Yes.
All right. You technically hit, but the attack was blocked by the hide. In order to do damage, they need to be hit twice consecutively. So just to make a note of that. The ones that you see that heart, you've got to hit a second time in order to actually deal damage to them.
I'll be aiming at the...
Well, you've already used your action for this round.
Oh, okay.
But next is Leng Yao.
Alright then, well, in that case, now that I realize this, I'm gonna go ahead and attack this one again. Get that second hit, but I'm not realizing we need to hit them hard. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Spear of the Infinite Emperor.
Alright. Roll skill. But actually, before you roll skill, question, are you using this normally or cathartically?
Well, ooh, if we can hit 2 targets in a single straight, the 2 targets straight back to back. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it cathartically.
Alright. What's your imbalance rating?
2.
Alright, that's 2 added to your imbalance total.
Okay, added. And I also take a 1d10 penalty to this, so instead of it being a skill 2 for heavy melee, I'm gonna go ahead and do it skill 1. Ah, damn it!
Mulligan.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's a little better, but still not enough.
What's it against? Evade or parry?
Parry.
I'm ruling it's against evade.
Okay.
All
right.
So given that roll, it sounds like you were going for both of them. So roll damage.
All right. Now I'm gonna have to roll this manually because it's normally 3d10, but I get an extra 2d10 for using this Infinite Emperor. So.
So 5d10 K1.
8.
And that does do 1 wound. And I believe you... Oh, don't tell me I get it.
You had them all linked.
This is a case of roll 20 fucking up. So I have to... What the hell? I have to put them all back up manually. Sometimes roll 20 does this. a royal pain in the ass when it happens. Now, fortunately for the ones that have already been hit consecutive times, it's not like the counter resets every time they get hit. Oh, what the hell? I put
God
them
damn it,
all
roll
on there
20.
manually.
What the hell? I mean, what the hell, son?
Maybe it's because it was linked to the wound stat on the... Okay, never mind. Do I need to have... Yeah, I'm just... Okay, I think I got it figured out. It was because it was attached to the wounds attribute. Apparently, decoupling that had fixed the issue. But that was not my fuck up. That was Roll20's fuck up because it doesn't tell you that it's going to do that if you have multiple monsters out there.
We've never had that problem before, so we never worried about it.
Yeah.
Also, according to my skill, anyone hit by that attack gets an extra wound. Does that still apply? This is the one that I was already hit once.
Yeah, it sounded like you were targeting two of them at once because you used Catharsis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyone hit in such a manner takes one extra wound.
Yeah, that applies. So both of them are at one wound. As you decide to show off it. Because even when fighting against bears and you still can't resist the urge to be an actor.
There's always an audience, even if you can't see them.
He's performing for the Bears.
Here you go.
He's breaking the fourth wall like Deadpool.
Actually,
So-
technically, considering this isn't a game, it'd be the fifth wall at this point.
Yeah. So, Zhao Wei, you are next on the list.
All right, let's go for this bear, and we will do a fierce strike.
All right, roll it.
I'd say I hit.
Now, because you got a profound success, i.e. a 10, and that 9 also counts as a hit, add 1d10 to damage.
So I'm going to be adding a total of 3d10, because fierce strike adds 2d10 when I deal with when I hit with a profound.
Yep.
Oh dear lords.
Come on now.
So that's going to be a total of 7d10.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Holy
still gotta-
shnikes.
Still got to keep the 1, just to hope you get some 10s.
Got an 8.
Okay. Not enough to do additional damage, but I would have been shocked if you didn't hit with all of that.
Right?
no kidding.
So, which Ping, which one you were targeting with your swords on that? Okay, thick hide is negated for him.
I've already begun the skinning procedure.
So, Halu, you are up next.
All right. I am gonna use a chi point and break out my newest, one of my newer skills that I picked up. So she is going to go after this one. She's gonna throw her. She's gonna jump, throw her whip out, and then try to hurl that bear into the rest of the group.
All right, roll it.
And let's see. I'm also going to do this cathartically, because I can opt to throw my opponent horizontally for twice the normal distance.
All right. What's your imbalance rating?
Let's see. Imbalance is 12 plus chi rank.
No, not total. The rating.
Oh, 2.
All right. Roll.
8.
That is definitely hitting. And given this particular setup, roll for damage with the whip.
10.
Okay, none of the other die hit besides that 10, so it's just gonna count. So,
But upon that profound success, let's see. On total success, you throw the person in the air for 20 feet per rank of chi. So not only is this bear gonna go flying, but he's going flying.
yeah, remind me which technique so I can double check.
Eagle descends loudly.
All right.
And this is against parry, I might add.
Mm-hmm. So since you're throwing horizontally, that means you're throwing them for about 60.
40.
No, not 40 feet. 60.
Oh shit.
Because you used a cathartic. So 10 feet per rank of ki, you've got 1. You did get a total success. So that's an additional 20 feet. And since you're going horizontally, that doubles the normal distance, since you're not throwing them in the air.
Fair enough.
And falling damage still is still applicable. So that means.
So does this mean that Halu went yeet?
Pretty. No, you ended up engaging in a time-honored sport, competitive
Drop
bitch
bears.
tossing. Okay.
What was that? What was that, Monk?
Competitive bitch tossing.
She created the first drop bear.
Drop it like it's hot.
But this means that you're doing 6 worth of damage.
So roll.
So, yeah, 6d10.
And do I just do I put keep one?
Yeah. This isn't open damage.
Seven.
Okay. So God damn it, not again. Do I need to do this with all of them? Apparently I do. So you're not the only one who curses up a storm when technical difficulties happen. And before anyone says it, no, this is not scuff.
He is not Amelie. Trust me, folks.
I'm not having to. I'm not getting. I'm not getting bullied by my own co-host.
Well, you do, just not over this.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Oh, it's starting to warm up. Oh, thank God.
Actually, this one should be 2. So, pretty much all of them have the thick hide thing negated at this point because of the whole bowling them over.
Have I knocked any of them prone with that bowling them through?
No.
Damn.
And now it is their turn to try and hit back. And the first one is going to aim straight for Yao. So let's see. This is going to be 3d10 versus your parry. Are you going to try and counter?
As a matter of fact, considering this is a big bear, he's almost certainly going to hit me. I'm going to go with Whirling Dodge on this.
All right. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna be rolling bite, and you are gonna be rolling athletics.
Yep, and I just updated that too, so that's gonna come in handy. Ooh, it's gonna be tricky. Tie.
Our
And if I remember correctly, ties do not go to the attacker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, question: are you using this cathartically?
Yeah, you know what? It'd probably be better safe than sorry.
All right. So
I'll take
that's
2 more in balance. I've still got plenty of balance left on me, so I can afford it.
So he ends up whiffing. Instead of just doing reduced damage, which is going to be good because moon bears have 4d10 open damage. So now the second one is going to try and take aim at Zhao Wei. Are you going to counter? After you alive?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to hit the mic button. Yeah, actually, let's do whirling dodge.
All right. So once again, are you doing that cathartically or normal?
Well, I'm not entirely sure on the difference.
If you roll normal, it reduces damage. If you roll cathartic, you take no damage. You still need to succeed against whatever I roll for the attack.
If that's the case, yeah, let's do it cathartic.
All right. So he's gonna roll for claws. Oh, shit!
Um,
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you can try and see if you get a 10.
good luck. You'll need it.
Oh, actually, hold on. According to this whirling dodge, it doesn't actually. Yeah, oh, there it is. So yeah.
Go proudly.
Ooh, close, but no cigar.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Damn, drop bears. Stop dropping the bears.
Okay, the good news is you use claws instead of bites. The bad news is that the damage rolls 5d10 and an additional d10 because of the profound success, so 6.
Profoundly
So it really might
bearing.
as well have been a bite.
In Soviet Russia, bear choose you.
Well, I think this explains that. Oh God.
Ouch.
Oh, Jesus.
I'd say at this point the bear chose me.
Farewell, adieu.
So that's one. That's probably over your hardiness, so that's 1 damage.
Ow.
I mean, at least it wasn't a 10.
True.
But see now for the third one, and it's going to be making a beeline for Hu Zhao. Are you going to going at you with claws? Are you going to counter?
Hey-ho.
Who's Zhao?
Ember,
Yeah?
you're up.
You're getting attacked.
Okay. I'm getting attacked.
Yeah, are you gonna be using a counter?
Yes. I guess I'll use the drip of the drunken snake this time.
All right. So you're going to be rolling athletics versus my attack.
But it's not
And
You're
what-
the Snake yet.
Actually, yes, it is.
It will be soon, but it's not yet.
Okay, so you gotta beat a 4, and you do.
I do.
So you end up leaning back as it tries to hit you, and then leaning back forward to do a strike with your staff. So roll for attack on that particular staff.
Okay, let me pull it up again because I accidentally closed it.
Oh. Do it again, but it's 3d10. You're gonna have to roll 3d10, keep 1 manually, because you get a plus d10 bonus due to Dip of the Drunken Snake.
Make sure.
And obviously, it's supposed to be the K1 at the end of that, but it still works. So that's one damage towards that bear. So so now for the fourth one, and it's gonna try and go at Xianghua. Are you going to counter?
Yes, where do I find my counters?
Oh,
Your technique list at the bottom of your character sheet.
yeah. If a technique is a counter, it's going to say so.
Ha! It will be intercepting. Is it a ranged attack or
Melee.
melee? I only have one for intercepting blade, which is deflecting a ranged attack.
Right. All right. It's going to go after you with claws then. And this is going up against your parry, and yeah, that hits.
Let me see. Where's my parry? 3. Okay.
I mean, at least it did. At least it didn't. At least it didn't bite. It just went at you with claws. And this rolls against your hardiness. That's a 9, so you take 1 damage.
Okay.
Now for the last one, who's going to be taking a swing at adding to the melee by taking one at Leng Yao.
All
Big.
right, let's see. What are the counters I have here?
So Yunyu's not getting attacked at all?
Not yet, at least.
Last I knew, this was the last bear.
All right, well, in that case, I'm going to also go with Dip of the Drunken Snake. Athletics. 7.
All right. Let's see what I get. 9. So in that case, you're taking the hit.
Damn it. Bears are tough as nails.
8 versus hardiness. That's definitely hitting.
Yeah, my hardiness is shit.
So that's 1 wound. And now we're back at the top of the order. So, Xianghua, you are up again.
Yes, I'd like to use my combat technique of opportunity, which adds 1d10 to your damage roll against an opponent who wounded you in the previous or current round.
Alright. Well, combat techniques are always passive.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't use them. They just activate whenever their prerequisites are set.
Okay. Alrighty then. You have angered the Xianghua, and I am going to use Storming Needles cathartically.
Alright. So, which one's getting targeted?
One of the front bears.
Alright.
But cathartically, it can hit multiple targets.
Yep. So that's gonna be rolling light melee.
Light melee, yeah, that's 3. You want me to roll it?
Yep.
Oh.
Very nice.
It's a good thing the ones don't cancel out the 10s.
Yep. So you're gonna have to roll your damage manually
Okay.
because of that profound success. So you are adding one more die
Okay.
with damage.
Roll 1d10 or what do I do?
Yeah, and wait, what? No, you're gonna be rolling since you're using the fan, you're rolling 4d10.
Okay. That did not work.
Wrong slash.
Oh.
Okay, that's 2 hits. So 1, 2. Once again, firing needles directly through people's mouths. That seems to be your gimmick.
Actually eyes, but I'll take the mouth. Eyes.
But Hu Xiao, you are up.
I'll use the same skill I used before, which is the Fierce Arrow.
All right.
Just on it.
All right, a 9 hits.
And I have to manually roll.
In this case, no, because you didn't roll a crit.
So just hit the composite bow roll.
Yep.
Bow.
Crazy 8s.
Good job.
But
I'll hit
that
the bear with the last sliver of health.
all right. He is taken out as you end up going straight for the head. And Leng Yao, you are up.
Well, I was thinking about doing something different, but at this point, I think it'd be smarter to just go with what worked before. So, Spear of the Infinite Emperor. And yeah, I will be doing it cathartically again. I can rest up afterwards, so I can afford to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this is, let's see. Skill 1. Ah, fuck, 4.
Yeah, let me check something on your.
It'd be heavy melee, but it's also reduced by 1d10, so I have to do skill 1.
Yep. So yeah, that is a whiff.
If I'd gotten that, that would have killed them.
But Zhao Wei, you are up.
Which was the one that attacked me?
This one.
All right, I'm going to attack that one. I don't like him. I'm going to hit him with a biting blade.
All right. Roll it. Thank God for one of them bouncing at the last second, otherwise you would have whiffed.
Yeah, and he gets a penalty on his parry.
All right, how much of a penalty?
1d10. And on a success, I roll twice normal damage.
parry stat. You said penalty to parry.
Yeah, it says technique requires a bladed weapon. Make a roll against opponent's parry at a -10 penalty.
Oh, you should have been rolling 2d10 instead of 3 for that, but I'm not going to.
Well, I'm
some-
using my bladed weapon, which is mastery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Mhm. So, but even if I took one of them off, it's still I'm not going to take away a win from somebody. I'm not.
Well,
that
it'd take
kind of-
away the third one, which is the 5.
Yeah. So in that case, roll damage. All right, and that is a hit, so that's 1 wound.
Bad bear. Down.
And Yinyo, you are up.
Alrighty. Seeing as how I've already used my chi point, I'm going to just take a swipe at this little bastard right here.
All right.
So that's just going to be a mundane strike with my whip. 8.
All right. Could you ping it again? Because it didn't show. It did show up on my end. All right. Thank you much. Yeah, that definitely hits. So roll damage.
4. I.e. the golfer's favorite number.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does not break hardiness, so that does not do damage.
Damn. Alright.
All right, now for their turn, and the first one is going to try and charge it at Halu for a measure of revenge. Are you going to
Lovely.
counter?
Yes. Well, I'm going to attempt to do so, all things considered.
Mhm.
But I will use Reply of the Swan.
All right, roll it.
Let's see that. Alright, so I can use any melee attack against an attack roll, right?
Yeah,
Good.
so it's going to be melee versus melee.
Alright.
I'm probably not going to beat that because profound success, but let's see. Nope.
Well, damn, just roll a natural crit. Just
Don't fucking jinx me. Because we all know the dice gods show no mercy. Amen. Alrighty. So let's see. Reply of the Swan. I am going to use that cathartically, so I'm adding my ranks of Nagong into the damage roll.
All right.
And I've
So
got
you're
2
going
ranks.
to have to roll that manually.
So that's gonna be what, 3d10?
Yep. 3d10, keep 1.
Eight.
All right. And right in the middle of in the middle of its attack, I have to ask the question of how you're taking it out via counterattack. As it's charging at you with its claws.
Alright, so Yinyu, or Halu, smirks to herself. Perfect, just as planned. Because she was, in my mind, she purposely baited it into charging her. So she's going to, do a quick spin with her movements disguised. She's throwing her whip over the nearest branch, directs it to wrap around the throat, and then she gives the hardest tug back. So she's hoping to snap its neck with that hard pull upward, or at the very least, crush its windpipe.
All right. As you do that, on the you did have to get a little bit out of the way so you didn't get crushed by dead bear. Remember, there's a reason why excessive stopping power is used when hunting charging rhinos.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, but I don't think you'd want to be under a dead bear,
It keeps
especially
me
ones
warm.
these big. Yeah, it technically will keep you warm for the rest of your life.
Like Halson. Sorry, Baldur's Gate 3 ref.
And now, for the remaining bear, it is going to try and aim at Xiao Wei. Are you going to, with the bite this time? Are you going to counter?
Yes, dodge.
All right, whirling dodge it is. So roll it. All right, 7 versus.
Goddamn bears in their dens!
Okay.
I think
And
we need
this
to
is-
rename these. These are no longer moon bears, they're crit bears.
No, there's it's Smokey the Bear.
And this is a bite. And fortunately, you only take 1 hit. If that had rolled even moderately decently, that would have killed you. It only slightly manages to bite before you get out of the way.
Fucking bears.
Down here, salt is a way of life. But
Oh my god.
Shanghai, you are up now that it's taken its action.
I'm going to try to hit it in the eyes with my metal, across the eyes with my metal fan.
All right.
What do I roll for that? My melee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits parry. So roll for damage. And that is 1 wound. And Hu Shao, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna hit it with my staff.
No techniques, just a straight mundane attack.
Yes.
All right, roll for it. Six, and that unfortunately is 1 short of hitting parry. So that's a whiff.
Okay.
Ling Yao, you are up.
Alright, let me see. What move could I do? I'm just gonna go for a regular attack at this point because there's nothing else none of my techniques are gonna work in this case.
All right, go for it.
Alright, so 8.
That hits.
Alright. Finally!
So, let's see. And 2 7s. This technically means you did a total of 3 damage. So it,
You know what? That's overkill. You know what that means, Monk.
yeah, I do.
All the bears are dead.
No. You got
Wait,
knocked
what?
the fuck out.
Hold on.
Oh.
I gotta hit the button on that. That didn't work.
You got knocked the fuck out! The Friday button got knocked the fuck out.
So how do you want to take out the last one?
So at this point, after that last miss and getting hit earlier, I'm like, you just scratched me up. I'm not going to be happy about this, and I have to deal with the makeup later. And I just thrust my spear directly up its throat.
And
Bear kebab!
It goes right. It does go right through. And in the aftermath, you end up hearing what sounds like soft clapping nearby. As you turn, you see a woman carrying a sword on her shoulder, just clapping while she's wearing gold and red robes. Impressive. Most people run away from moon bears around here.
Well, we need the practice. You never know what kind of dangers you face around the corner. Always best to keep in tip-top shape. You know how it is.
Ignore him. How are you doing?
Halu pinches the bridge of her nose. Shameless as ever, Yow.
And proud of it. What's your point?
I didn't think I would see someone from the Purple Cavern all the way out here.
Formerly of the Purple Cavern.
And traveling in the company of a prancing peacock.
Thank you. I'm not the only one that refers to him as such.
Zhonghua
Say that like
giggles.
it's a bad thing.
Maybe for your line of work it isn't, but it makes you all the more insufferable. You realize.
And you. She looks directly at Hu Xiao. Why is someone from a reputable sect like Perfect Heaven traveling around with a bunch of moral reprobates?
Until you've walked a mile in my shoes, don't question my morality.
I wasn't asking you.
I took offense
She
to what
she
you
points
said.
she points directly at Hu Xiao.
I have my reasons.
I'm certain you do. Everyone has their reasons. So this is the domain of the Temple Hill Gang. I have no association with them, but I'm curious what a bunch of practitioners would be doing all the way out here in the mountains.
You expect us to just simply answer you without even introducing yourself?
I am Ma Mei. Now again, what is your business up here on the foot of Mount Dao?
If you insist. There's been some happenings in the area we come from, and we've been led to believe that some of it may be coming from this direction. So we've been tasked to investigate.
investigate. You clearly didn't do it out of altruism, so who asked you?
Now, dear. One does not reveal their employer's information so willy-nilly, lest we start trouble where it doesn't need to.
With the way those bears looked at you, I'd say trouble follows you regardless.
Poor bastard.
I pipe up. That's only because he's delicious.
I am not eating a bear.
No.
Bear steak is actually. Sorry.
He was actually. Neff was referring that Yao was delicious, and that the bears wanted to eat him.
Ah.
It is not my business to ask the details, so I will not. And you can clearly. One of the things you do note is that there's a much stronger key coming from this person than any of you. And just stating out of character, she's key rank 4.
Oh shit.
However, I have one condition. Waste not, want not. And if you're going to be heading to the temple further north, then you're going to present an offering. And you see her point at the dead bears. That is the gift. You are going to present that as a gift.
Easy enough.
Not like we were gonna do anything specific with them ourselves. I don't see why we can't do that.
I believe the gentleman should carry the bears.
Of course, one does not ask a lady to get blood all over their clothes. What kind of man do you take me for?
Or we could just butcher the bears?
Yes, of course we were gonna do that.
I'll help carry them as well.
By the time you guys have resolved this, she's gone.
Oh, good that she's gone now. I'll have to keep an eye out for that one. Joey, care to give me a hand in dismembering these creatures?
I've already starting with the one that was attacking me.
On principle, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you need an extra blade or do you have plenty?
I've got 2.
All right. Because my fan is bladed.
So for that, because of the fact that you're effectively cutting this thing up, so it's going to be somewhat easier to carry. Roll survival. Oof.
I'm not particular, to put it in role playing. I'm not particularly caring how much I cut it up. I just want to keep cutting it.
Yeah, a big part of difficulty is you keep trying to cut the bone.
I don't mind. I'll keep cutting the bones. I'll cut that. I'll cut everything.
Yeah. That being said,
Halo tries
it
to
is.
help.
Yeah, it is. Oh, go. And yeah, and you guys do manage to do it, but it just takes longer. On the plus side, it is a calming experience. So at the next encounter, your imbalance is going to go down by 1.
Okay.
But eventually you do come into the Henshi Temple, or at least comes to the foot of it. So give me a. Now the temple was once dedicated to Henshi, of course, but you can, and while it is maintained, you can see it's seen better days because of parts being destroyed a long time ago. Uh, but it's also been rebranded an Imperial Temple. So it's less that things have been destroyed and more that things have been tried to replaced. And just so you all can see it, and I'm not going to be putting this in Roll20. I'm going to put out a layout of what Henshi Temple looks like. So as you come to the gates, a couple of disciples approach you and simply demand that you state your business.
We are just simply a traveling group looking to perform our craft and explore the land. You know how it is.
Are you associated with the Temple Hill Gang?
Not specifically, no, but we do bring an offering, if that would help.
An offering?
And we reveal
The bear meat and the skins.
bear.
Halu steps forward. We came across some moon bears on our way here. We'll gladly trade the pelts and the meat for temporary shelter, as it were.
Xianghua steps forward. I would be happy to entertain everyone with my flute if that would also add to it.
You see them step back as if they're getting into a huddle with other people. You can't hear what they're saying though. Eventually, they do come back in and simply state, "We will. It is acceptable. Uh, you may enter." On the condition that under no circumstances are you to disturb our master, gentle sage.
That certainly was not our intent, so we will do our best to abide by that, good sir.
Very well, and they get out of the way, which leads, as you go in, you end up in one of the main halls that has statues of several magistrates with sticks and bowls in front of them for tails. Essentially a deposit for the next life. Because after all, the 8 magistrates are essentially the judges when you pass on.
Halu
But
looks up at the statues and mutters under her breath, "I already know I'm bound for the underworld."
But going a bit forward, and they do lead you into the center of the place, a pavilion area made of gunzang and with plenty of stools. And within this area, you do see several monks, but also get a feeling that the Henshi Temple is not all that it seems. After all, the pavilion. This looks more like something you would see um in a mansion. Essentially, the Jade Palace Garden, the J in the image that I put in the thread. Like if you guys look at the, I know it's not the best resolution, but best I could do under such circumstance.
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You have the waters within it. It looks like it used to be a pagoda, but now it's been made into this garden pavilion, which looks very fancy for a temple. Include including the fact that several of the stools appear to be lined with jade.
Well, that's lovely.
And you do hear one of the monks say, I heard one of you can play the instruments."
I can. The Xianghua.
Your presence has been requested by the master to hear you play.
Of course. I would be happy to.
As for the rest of you, you may follow.
Hey, Monk, what page was that map on?
Um, 75. It's not in the core book if you're asking that.
Fuck, I thought it was.
No. But give me. Okay. But you do end up being led further back into as and see a older monk who, despite his advanced age, clearly has not been slacking off in terms of his physical training, being attended to by several of the um by several of the other monks in the place. Oh.
Xianghua
And
bows to the elder monk respectfully.
but the one thing that you can tell the one thing that you can tell is this particular monk has a very strong key coming off of him. At which point he asked you, play a song of your region. I'd like to know where you happen to hail from.
I'd be happy to. You want me to roll, monk?
Yes.
Yo!
Nice one.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Hmm. One of Lushan's students. I didn't know that I didn't know he was taking students.
Ah,
How is the old man? I haven't seen him in decades.
he's doing quite well.
Do you write to him?
Not regularly, no. But last I saw him, he was doing well.
The last I saw him, that could be days, weeks, months, or even years.
Can I make something? Do you want me to make something up, Monk?
Improv is the name of the game with this
Well,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure I wasn't breaking any rules or anything. I saw him.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm very lenient on these kind of things.
Okay. Thanks, Monk. Okay. I saw him 2 months ago.
Hmm. 2 months ago. Are you do you still do you still associate yourself with your sect?
I'd say it's more of an off and on kind of deal. I'm more devoted to my craft than anything else.
I see. And I suppose I suppose in that you you wouldn't have happened to have met a man named Little Venom, would you?
No.
Still, I'm surprised that a sect so small is all the way out here in Fanshu.
I go where the music takes me.
Does that music also take you with the Guan family?
The Guan family.
The ruling family of the 87 killers. I would have, if you've been in this district for long, you are certain to know about them.
Ah, yes, I see what you're saying.
Do you work for her these days?
Do you want me to roll deception?
Yeah, because it sounds like you're about to tell a white lie.
Hmm? Okay.
So how would you say that that you tell him without actually telling him?
This is hard.
Sometimes it can be.
I say, heard things and had audiences with their workers before, as I play in the inns.
Very, very well. You all may stay the night. It is getting late after all. But I would ask you all to keep an eye on the Guam family. I would hate for for their particular fighting to bleed out all the way over here.
Of course.
especially I do not care for Lady 87. That much is known. And if she ever reached this mountain, then she would find all manner of violence. But what I want to make sure is that said violence does not spill out into places that it shouldn't.
Of course.
So, return to your companions. My disciples will direct you to your rooms shortly.
Thank you for your hospitality, she bows.
As you leave, you do hear one of the monks saying, "Be grateful. Not just anyone is allowed a audience with gentle sage while bathing."
Oh.
But as you return, the other monks do lead you into a set of rooms. They're very bare bones room because monks. Plus, you're not getting the same luxuries that everyone else does. And just to put things in perspective, Gentle Sage's key rating is 5. The highest you can go before becoming a profound master is 6.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to piss this guy off.
But as you walked by, you also saw something interesting.
Yes.
You saw what looked like guards, but the key thing is they were guards who you didn't hear a heartbeat.
That's a little disconcerting.
Like at all. There was just nothing. Not like a very slow heartbeat, like when someone's calm. No, it's like they didn't. It's like some of the people who were guarding him didn't even have hearts.
Her eyes flick to Halu.
Can I roll religion for that?
Yes.
10.
Snap.
Damn.
When it comes to some sort of humanoid without hearts, you know those that those are Yao. Yao, through a ritual, have their heart taken, and thus their compassion, and in exchange are very, very, very powerful. They also are suffused with essentially dark ki to keep them alive. But each one of them is an individual Yao is ki rank 4 and tends to have a lot of kung fu to bring to bear.
Well, we brought a lot of kung fu to bears.
But they have.
Hey Lou.
They are effective. They are effectively fully controlled liches.
Hey Lou swallows thickly and she taps her ear twice to let everybody know that they need to talk out of hearing range of everybody else.
Of course, me being an actor, knowing for picking up cues, I immediately catch on to what she's doing, and I'm like,
I feign ignorance, even though I know exactly what she's saying.
Xianghua keeps her silence because she's not sure what to do in this situation, but she figures saying nothing is better than opening your mouth.
I glance over and nod.
So, as soon as we are guided to our rooms, I'm assuming they're putting the ladies in one room and the men in the other?
Yes.
Okay. Halu offers the monks a bright smile. Would I be able to speak with my compatriots alone for a few minutes?
He nods and moves aside.
I appreciate that. Thank you. As soon as she's enters the men's room, the men's dorm, her face turns grave. She looks over her shoulder and nestles in as close as she can to both of them. We need to get the fuck out of here come first light.
I know you. You wouldn't say something like that without good cause. Something about those gods frightened you, didn't they?
I'll explain when we're back on the road. Just
Fair
keep
enough.
your head down. Do everything they say. Don't cause trouble because we will die.
I thought something felt odd about them. Trust me, I'm not here to start trouble like that. Yeah, well, I'll do as you ask. I look over at, Sorry, I look over at Yahweh. I know you're good to keep down. Let's do our best and not start trouble.
I never start trouble. I only finish it.
With that, we will see you in the morning.
Rest well.
Same to you. Keep one eye open.
Indeed.
And with that, with everybody heading to bed,
Oh, I
that is
also,
where we're going to take 10.
really quick, I also make sure to explain the situation to the girls.
Mm-hmm.
And that I promise I will explain more once we are out of this temple and out of fucking range, period. So, but nonetheless, you heard it here first, folks. It is time to get your drinks, get your snacks, use the little boys or girls room if you have to. We will see you in 10.
back, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright. Hope everyone had their refreshments, their pork rinds and/or sandwiches. But as you guys head out
Fuck, I forgot to grab popcorn.
after the next day, I want everyone to roll meditation.
What is meditation again? Under?
Oh,
Specialist.
that's under specialist, and I have nothing, so it's a skill 0 for me.
Same.
Same. I got a 3.
I got nothing for meditation.
Still managed to get an 8.
I got a 2.
I got a 2.
Okay. Got a 2.
A lot of 2s, a 3, and an 8.
All right. Each of you are gonna go down 1 on imbalance.
Okay. So I should be at
Which
0
gets-
imbalance at this rate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I ever go down in balance?
Yeah, it's not going to show on the if you open up the character itself, it's going to be tied to the mini.
Oh, I see. I found it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So-
really lost.
You want me to screen share so I could show you?
I'm just looking at my character sheet. It says imbalance 3,
no,
but
no. It's tied to the Roll20 mini.
oh,
So your imbalance on your sheet wouldn't show that you went down, but it's going to show on Monk's end. For instance, I went down 2 imbalance when I used my technique during battle.
okay.
So seeing as how we've technically had 2 calming moments, I'm now back at 0 imbalance.
Okay, so how do I change that?
You don't.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, we don't have access to our minis right now anyway.
But so as you're heading out of the Henshi Temple, which direction are you guys going to be going in? So which hex are you going into next?
Personally, I think we need to go this way and head back into familiar territory.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's make sure we're in a safe area before we start discussing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Do
All
you
right. Roll survival.
Woo, good roll.
Nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay. And as you head out of the hex, when it comes to going further in, you can take the waterways.
Once we get out of that hex, I immediately I look directly over at Halo. All right. Clearly something has gone down. What the hell was that?
Now we're on a boat right now, right?
Yep.
She looks around. How many other passengers are there?
It's not very many, and most of them are on the other side of the boat.
Okay. She waves everyone in closer. So that way they look like they're huddling while discussing something. And she proceeds to tell them the explanation you gave us about what exactly those men were.
Oh my god. That's Shunghua.
No, that's Halo.
Mm-hmm.
No, something about those gods didn't feel right to me either. I knew it. The movements were too stiff. Even for gods, they were robotic almost. That didn't feel right.
They not robotic because this is like early age China.
Oh yeah, fair.
Autonomous.
Autonomous. They're too autonomous, too stiff. Even for gods, you know, there's still a human element to them, but those, they didn't.
They move like puppets.
There you go.
That
They
explains
move
why.
like puppets.
That also explains why the master had no qualms with us being there while he was bathing. Because he knew if we tried any sort of attack, we would have been killed in an instant. I mean, say what you will about me and what I do. At least I won't do that to somebody.
No. You've more than proven yourself on this journey. I wouldn't even accuse you of such a filthy thing. That's disgusting.
He had me play my flute for him while he was in the bath.
Did he ask you about anything?
I thought all of us were there.
No, it was just her.
Okay.
Did he ask you anything?
He asked me if we worked for Lady 87, and I said I didn't confirm or deny it.
Good on you. Still, something is going down in that temple if they need that kind of security. It might be wise to inform the lady about this as chance we get.
I agree.
Well, remember what Zhenghua just told us. If Lady 87 comes looking for a fight, she will find it, and all things considered, I don't trust that
Perchance we should let sleeping dogs lie, as they say.
yes.
Unless we find a reason to let her know, you're not wrong. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're hiding something with that kind of security. But until we find more proof, it's best not to, anger needlessly.
Poke the bear, as they say.
Indeed.
I mean,
I bristle at that
yesterday.
comment.
As I say, we've already done enough of that recently.
But as you go down the river, the river unfortunately has to take a bit of a detour. Otherwise, it's going to get close to a bunch of alligators.
It's going to Florida?
There can be alligators in this region. I mean, there's a whole martial sect dedicated to alligators.
I was about to say it's not the movie Crawl.
But eventually you guys do end up heading to Daoshu village. Which is not too far removed from where Lady 87 is headquartered. Daoshu village is smaller than Shui and Yeshi. It's only like 500 people, and instead of everything being salt, its main exports are going to be wheat, sesame seed, and tea.
So we've got the salt, we've got the wheat. Now all we need is the yeast, and we can start making some bread.
Fuck bread, I need wine.
We could make both.
Well, we could always go with beer, which is basically liquid bread.
I got that reference and I hate it.
Same.
But as you guys relax in one of the tea houses in town.
Fuck,
You
dude,
do-
give me liquor.
you-
Liquor, I hardly know her.
That's not a problem for me.
Well, mostly you're having tea, and one of you is having wine.
Works for me. By the way, am I getting paid for this?
Nope.
Nope.
As Bobby He'd want to say, then I'm drinking.
Hmm. But
Ooh, that's got a bite.
looking about, you do see there's one notice on the wall that draws your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Chen's Spinning Dragon School announces that he will give the Wind Saber of Sunnan as a prize to anyone who can beat his best student.
What is the wind saber?
The Wind Saber is a very valuable artifact. In fact, some sects have been fighting over that thing.
Okay, is it a sword? Is it a spear?
Well, it's called the Wind Saber.
I was gonna
It's a
say.
saber.
Does anyone here fancy a new sword to that collection?
The Heiping Temple has been desperately trying to find it because it was lost generations ago.
All right. Well, what is this spinning school for then? Or what martial art do they practice? Swords, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And it's
Halu
Though-
grins and looks over at Jiaowei. Want to bag us a priceless treasure?
Maybe.
It could prove useful.
Doing so could put the Heiping Temple in debt to Lady 87.
Which in turn makes us look very good.
See, now that's thinking more outside the box. Either that, or we could use it as sell it to those who are looking for it, and make some scratch that way.
I'd rather get on the lady's good side.
If we gave her some of the profits.
Or we can gain her trust.
Sword?
I say trust is more valuable than money.
Money can come and go. It flows like a river in this world. But trust and connections can be very powerful indeed.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And going to be sharing another photo with you of specifically of the village.
Alright, can we put that in Sacristity this time?
Yes, I can do that. Give me a second. There you go.
Appreciated. Fucking hell. Even with my glasses, that's too small. Shit.
I need to get new glasses anyway, so I can't even read that, so...
So it sounds like you guys are going to try and investigate that.
Yep.
So it doesn't. Finding Master Chen's Spinning Dragon School doesn't take much. It's not it doesn't look like a formalized school. It looks like a private residence that's been converted into a school. Problem is, it's somewhat crowded with a lot of martial artists crowding for what looks like some sort of tournament.
Halu is going to gently nestle her way up to the front by seductively rubbing against the gents and asking if she could be let through.
Which you eventually are. One of the students asked, "Are you planning on registering for the tournament?"
I was actually hoping to ask a few questions. Because I have a friend that
I'll
might be quite interested.
go on.
May we see the relic itself?
No, Master Bouwe will not allow anyone into the vault to see it.
She leans in closer, so that way only he can hear her. Then how do we know it's the real deal? What assurance do we have that we're actually getting the prize he's offering?
If you want to see it that badly, you would have to enter.
Alright. Look at my character sheet really quick. Let's see. I'm gonna roll Persuade.
All right.
And I'm going to whisper a few promising things if I can get assurance that it actually is the blade. 10!
Nice.
Oh, you managed to get this guy wrapped around your finger.
I promise you I'm not going to steal it. I'm not so dishonorable for that. I just want assurance that it is the real deal. And should I find that my curiosity is quelled, you, sir, will be in for quite a pleasurable night.
He nods, asking you to follow him, where he does lead you into a private room where a oxtail dhow, which is still in an elaborate sheath, is held.
Okay. Go ahead and reveal it. I won't touch it. This way you know I'm sincere.
He does, and hold on a moment. Oh, check Sacricity.
Okay. Alright, gonna roll that as soon as I pull my sheet back up. Here's hoping. 5. Actually, do I get an extra dice because of that profound success?
In this case, yes. I will allow that, so mulligan.
I'll take the 5.
I'm gonna do something just out of curiosity.
Because I've only got a 1 on that particular
There. Okay.
I mean, that's what my roll would have been combined.
All right. Hang on a sec. I need to say something a little bit off camera.
Okay. Are we going into private chat?
No, I'm just gonna be putting this in Sacricity chat.
Gotcha.
I just can't say it. Say it.
Gotcha. Alright. Alright, here's the question. Do I break the news to him?
I had to edit it.
Ah. Gotcha. Unfortunately, I don't find myself quite satisfied that this is the real deal. However, I will reward you for at least getting me this far. Is that all right with you?
He seems to nod, but he doesn't quite believe you when you went with what you said.
All right, I will come back here after dark, and we will talk further on the matter. Sound good? And I hand him something special to let him know that I'll be back for it, because it is one of my prized possessions. Here's my assurance that I'll be back for this. This is the most precious thing I have in my inventory. I will never leave this behind. And she hands him the lover's bow that she got from her late lover. That's how you know I'll be back. Now, if you could please escort me out, I'll see you tonight.
Right? And as you exit out, you do see that they're still taking applications for the tournament, but one thing you do notice of the many people there's somebody in purple robes. You don't
As in
know
Purple
them.
Cavern sect?
Yeah, you don't recognize them, but they must have joined the sect after you left, because otherwise you would have figured out who it was.
What business would she have with this? Unless she wants the Heishi temple on... Heishi?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unless she wants the Heishi temple on her side, too. I leave it alone and I go back to my compatriots. I have to come back here later tonight, but there's no use. It's a forgery.
Fool thought he could get past it. Of course, keep it hidden till the time comes. By the time people realize it's a fake, it's too late and they've swindled everybody.
Yeah.
However,
Um,
the student doesn't believe it's a forgery. And I fully intend to interrogate him later tonight on that.
in regard to that, especially with all the noise and all the commotion that this tournament is gaining, I want each of you to roll detect.
Try again.
Okay, I have 0 skill.
I have 2.
3.
1.
8.
7.
You do end up overhearing from the neighbors that this spinning dragon school is first off, it's despite trying to make a big deal out of themselves, it only has 13 students. but a lot of the other villagers find them to be a pain in the ass because they have a habit of testing their skills in town against anytime a martial hero comes by, which leads to a lot of trouble.
I would imagine so.
Apparently,
Oh, sorry.
there's also the fact that they, for whatever reason, do not like the Silver Sword School north in Tungan City.
Jealous bastards.
The more I'm hearing, the more the picture's starting to come together.
They're trying to draw more students in by
It's
making
a
them
giant
think
marketing strategy.
it's a scam, is what it is.
Do you think it's
Disgusting.
gonna work?
Not
Oh, it'll
unless we
full of
start a
flu
rumor
suck.
mill.
Are you suggesting we actually help them?
Oh no! I'm suggesting we bury them by commenting that the master won't even let us see it, so it's more than likely a forgery. And keep in mind that the Heishi are desperate to find this sword. What if one of their number appears? Oh, speaking of, there's one of my former sect here looking in on this. They must have joined after I was cast, but it's got me a little worried as to what Lady Plumblossom has in mind. Unless she had the same idea I did, but trying to curry favor with Lady 87 by putting the Heishi Temple in her debt.
All of them are about to be sorely disappointed because this is going to cause a lot more trouble once the truth comes out.
Oh, once Lady Plumblossom finds out, she will be pissed. She hates treachery of that sort. But, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to put a worm in the ear of those that are participating. I could probably find them at the tavern.
Spread the word then, and someone of your chums could easily get word around.
Or somebody as boastful as you could easily make himself overheard.
Oh, my dear, are you trying to lay your charms on me again?
Excuse you?
Oh, don't be shy. You know you want to try.
I could also be very persuasive.
I don't know.
Oh.
We just want to seed this. We just want to plant the seeds of doubt. Is all we want to do, and make
Indeed, we don't need to
make the public outcry that they see the blade before they fight for it.
There's one thing there's one thing you guys are forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
All but one of you is from a unorthodox, bordering on criminal sect, but one of you isn't.
Oh, that's true.
And the because well, Huzhao is from a sect that has a lot of respectability, it's almost especially given how they almost act like priests.
Oh, how foolish of us to forget something. Our sex might be a little difficult for us, but Huzhao, you could help with your word would actually mean something.
I could.
And if you're worried about your values and your honor, don't worry, you're not exactly lying. This is a forgery. So you would be actually helping to spread the good word.
True. Do it.
I say go for it.
As long as I'm getting something out of it.
So what are you thinking?
You know, in the words of Zhuge Liang, you could always write such a letter that he might die.
I was thinking about going to your old sec and seeing what they have to say first.
Well,
Your old sec member.
bear in mind, I was cast out, and this person joined after I was cast. I have no idea who they are, and they probably don't even know who I am.
Of course, but they'll recognize my...
They'll recognize who you are, of course. Or at least what faction you're from. Actually, let me double check something really quick to make sure that those two factions aren't on bad blood.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to check.
That might help.
Let's see, they are currently enemies with Golden Dragon and Tree-Dwelling Nuns.
Damn nuns.
Yeah, there's not going to be a problem.
Okay. I can point
Go
you
to
out
them and see if
I'll
see if
point
I
you
can
out to them.
spot.
I'll point
Perfect.
you out to them, but I won't approach them myself.
Of course. And I'll see if there's a group or two I can join and chat with.
Alright, so, Halo takes, Hu Zhao back to the, school and shows her the member of the Purple Cavern sect. They're right over there. You can't miss them, of course, they're in purple robes, but...
Mm-hmm.
I wish you all the best. Bear in
Cool.
mind, my former sect, they detest hypocrisy. But they are firm believers in righteousness, altruism, and reciprocity. Reciprocity. I can't talk.
What does that last word mean? I'm asking out of character.
Reciprocate. It means that if you scratch their back, they'll scratch yours.
Ah, then this should work perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, granted, they're detested because we use poison as part of our means. But you know why I do what I do.
Of course.
And I do apologize if you guys hear train in the background.
Choo choo.
Hey, we all have background noise all the time. No sense bitching now.
I'm surprised you haven't heard the dogs howling in our neighborhood.
One moment.
Yeah, no joke. We have dogs next door. Like on both neighbors have pets.
No, all three. No. So the immediate neighbors on both sides, both neighbors cat-cornered, and the ones directly behind us. We're surrounded by dogs.
And they get loud at each other all the fucking time.
Oh my god. I mean, just earlier they were howling up a storm. I'm surprised they haven't disrupted him while he's been recording.
Apparently, even though I can hear them, they don't get through the walls enough for the mic to pick up.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
Lucky thing is what that is.
But yeah. Yeah.
What type of mic does everyone use?
Oh, I'm just using a regular headset with a mic.
I'm the one with a fancy mic because I'm a voice actor by trade. I have an Audio-Technica AT2020.
But yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
I have a Corsair Void Elite bullshit whatever mic.
Hey, Corsair's a good brand though. Very
I got a
durable
blue
brand.
Yeti
right.
on one side and a what was it? A Rode pod mic on the other.
I got a ice snowball. It's an upgrade from my
Blue
last
snowball,
mic.
those are good.
Mm-hmm.
So, just a quick refresher, Ember. The reason
Yes.
my character was cast out from the Purple Cavern sect is because I decided to take a radical approach to their beliefs.
Ah,
So, even though I was trying to help the downtrodden and the abused, my methods were deemed too extreme. Hence why I use ghosts, because that goes directly against Lady Plum Blossom's Yunli principles.
okay.
Sorry about that. Had to take care of a package.
Oh, good. I just reminded Ember about why my character is the way she is and why she was cast. So,
Yeah, but as Hu Zhao approaches the
That was my
The-
cat. Sorry.
the woman in purple robes, she carries the woman in purple robes carries herself like a not like a nun, which isn't too surprising given the nature of the Purple Cavern sect.
now here's the question: is she wearing a hat or a headdress?
She's is wearing a headdress.
All right, that denotes that she's a senior member.
Boy.
I am keeping far away from there.
Yeah. And as you do approach, she does notice your particular outfit. Going, what's a young lady from Perfect Heaven doing all the way out here in the boons?
Business here. And I heard about the fight that's going on.
Are you planning on participating in that tournament?
No, I actually heard some interesting information. About the tournament and its prize.
I
I
would also
see.
add from a trusted source.
From a trusted source, of course. I wouldn't be going and saying this to
And
anyone without it.
of all the people, you approached me about it. Why?
You caught my eye.
Are you implying that you're giving me this information on a whim?
I am.
She is staring at you, and it feels like she is staring right through you. Even without rolling for it, you could tell that she has a much higher key than you.
I promise I'm not telling a lie for what I'm about to say. I would never do that.
Are you willing to stake your Sifu's name on it?
I am.
All right. What information is so vital that you would seek out a random person involved in this tournament?
It seems that the prize to be won is forgery.
Forgery.
Yes.
Roll persuade.
Hoping for a
Wait,
high
what?
roll. Hoping for a high roll.
Quick second.
Just in case Halu is standing just shy out of range. So that way she can interfere if needed.
Sorry, that was about food.
All good.
Persuade?
Mm-hmm.
Woo, good
Ah.
roll.
No!
That's gotta hurt.
Alright, Halu steps forward. I will stake it on Lady Plumbossom's name. As for I am her source.
You,
Yes.
Miss. The witch of our sect.
Yes. I know Lady Plumblossom never condoned my actions, but I did them all righteously just for the same cause. If not for the most downtrodden and abused of the rest of us.
If you wish to damn yourself by communing with ghosts, I will not stop you.
I saw the blade with my own 2 eyes. It is a forgery.
The only reason I'm not tossing your claims into the garbage is it would be far too illogical, I think, to have such a valuable artifact in such a small, insignificant school.
You never know. People have stumbled across treasures with less skill. If I may ask, though, why have you been sent out here? Much for the same reasons I'm assuming, to try to get the Heishi Temple under Lady Blossom's heel?
I was sent here merely as an observer. Lady Blossom is concerned regarding the increased trade of celestial plume, and is concerned that this might upset a balance. If things do spill out into a full-on war between the many sects of this prefecture, she would rather have that prevented.
Understood. If I didn't have
So
pressing matters to attend to this evening, I'd be more than willing to sit down with you and update you with messages to take back from her to her. Despite the fact that I was cast out, she is still my Seifu.
I will certainly consider it, and probably give myself a very cold bath to wash the smell of those ghosts on you.
Understandable. Although in my case, it'd be more like the stench of sex. Nonetheless, if
And you
so
claim your actor friend is shameless.
I know what I am. I have no shame in that. I do what I need to protect those women. Because nobody else will. Nonetheless, if you are still in town tomorrow, this is where you can find us. I'll be happy to sit down with you then if you're amenable.
Very well. I will inform some of the other people about this, and we will see what happens.
She takes a bow. Oops.
Oh. In And in regards to telling Lady Plum Blossom your informant, just tell her a concerned citizen approached you. That favors her outcome.
Very well. But it doesn't. After about a day's time, it doesn't take long before word starts getting out. Especially since in the aftermath, you ended up spreading a few words at the inn, and thus, especially after fulfilling your end of that particular bargain.
Yeah, did I find anything out from that?
Um.
I can always roll command for that.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what, let me roll it. 7.
Because you did. You did show a good time. Well, a good time for you.
Oh, I introduced him to the pleasures of having a dom, as it were.
He knew you were faking.
But I'd say it's more that you gave him a lesson in endurance.
Sounds good to me.
Makes sense to me.
'Cause if someone says they're going multiple rounds, you don't have a say in the matter. Which
and of course,
is not unusual.
My
I will
tools of the
note.
trade were used.
Yeah, I will note someone going multiple rounds is not unusual in these actual plays. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Let us never forget the Red Mother.
Amen to that.
Nothing outlasts the K. She keeps going and going and going.
Going and going.
Yep.
What is this? An Energizer Rabbit vibrator?
I'll get to that. I'll get to that off camera. But the point is that in the is that by the next day, things ended up working a little too well, because unfortunately the what was supposed to be a tournament with a bunch of martial artists has turned into a massive brawl, as people are as well. A lot of people bought into that rumor and they want answers. The students are not giving those answers, so you guys may have started a small riot.
Which brings me back to my earlier statement. Let's start a riot.
Chekhov's gun didn't misfire. This is why gun maintenance is important.
Yep.
And also why you must follow the 4 rules of gun safety.
Mm-hmm.
Or just don't buy a gun and your problem's solved.
Anyway,
Hmm.
what is the aftermath of said riot, Monk?
The aftermath is it's spilling out to the point where the constable got called. Who demanded to see the sword. At which point, off the fact that it was declared by a member of the Perfect Heaven lineage, which was the story. They believe that Hu Zhao looked at it and declared it a fake. The constable wants to see it, and his attitude was, "I'm not enough of an expert to say that it's a fake, but until further notice, we are holding on to this thing until we conduct a thorough investigation." as for the members of the school, they are to be detained.
Why detain the students and not just the teacher? He's the one that
No, the whole
can't
school's
do
getting
something.
detained.
Oof.
I mean, they were part of a riot.
Group punishment.
Fair enough. Gotta make an example.
But in the aftermath, you do get approached by a different school, a small one. One of the students from one of the senior students from the Dow River Academy, who directly approaches Halu and Zhao, going, "Did you have a hand in this? So I saw you two at the inn talking with a lot of people last night."
Well, we saw the blade. From my
I
studies,
only had one option.
from my studies, it's definitely a forgery. There were too many inconsistencies.
And I only had one option but to tell others. I couldn't let forgery go unpunished.
Would you allow a man to advance his aims using a forgery?
Absolutely not. I suppose given that, I should be thanking you, since that school has been a royal pain in the side of a lot of people in this village for quite a while.
So I've heard. Nonetheless, I do pity the students, though, being punished for their master's actions.
I'm sure the students will get off with nothing more than a flogging.
If only I could be the one to
You already did give it to one of them.
get it. Fair enough.
Trust me, we heard you last night.
No, mind you, I was at the school giving that.
Point still stands.
Oh, was he that
And-
loud?
Duh, John's drunk again.
Actually, I'm
as
the
far
one that's
as
slightly tipsy.
as far as the master, it's more likely he will have his hands bound and be judged by his peers.
Wonder if we can put in word to tongue on and have the silver sword school come down, or the master of the silver sword school come down.
It's unlikely. That would take a bit of time, and I
Dude,
think
people are
some of the
calling for
people who
justice
got brought
now.
in, want his head on a pike.
Not surprised. I mean, he managed to piss off quite a few high-powered people. I know one certain group was probably were desperate for that sword, and to find out they almost got scammed. Ugh, they are not gonna rest until they have him dead to rights.
But I do have a. Oh, I do. One of my cousins went off to join the Heian sect. I think I will write them a letter.
Oh, was it hey on, not hey she?
Yeah, hench. Yeah, sorry, Heishi. Oh. It's the problem when I've got so many similar sounding names.
Oh, I know.
I know, right? When I first heard, I
But-
thought we were talking about the Henshi Temple again.
Yeah. No,
No,
But
I
he's-
enunciated.
the sect that's been desperately looking for that sword is going to get a letter sent to them talking about how someone tried to pass off a forgery.
Oh, they're not gonna be happy.
No, they're certainly not.
I should
Yeah,
hope not.
but here's the question. If they got a forgery and it was that convincing to them, that must mean they might know where the actual original is.
That's
I'm
actually
sh-
a very valid argument.
I'm sure they'll be
Right.
questioned about that, but that is beyond my pay grade.
Yeah, same with mine.
Maybe not mine.
Well, let's be honest here. You get paid whatever people are willing to pay for you.
And let me assure you, it's damn good coin. Not that you'll ever know.
Is that a challenge, dear?
It's one that you won't win. I don't mix pleasure and business, sir. Nonetheless, Halu actually has a mind to go to the constable and offer to use her special brand of interrogation on the master of the school. Just in case if they do know where the actual relic is.
Well, he's tied up. He's tied up in one of the jail cells. If you want to speak with him.
Oh, speaking's going to be the last of his worries.
And
If you
you can see that when you get down there, you can see that he's tied up, but he kind of understated it. His hands are tied, his legs are tied, and he's hanging upside down. To the point that he looks like a roped up mummy.
This works.
I was about to say, this must be a regular night for you.
If you all excuse me, I need some privacy to do my magic.
Zhenghua leaves.
I walk out, but I suddenly say, he actually wants to watch.
No, it won't.
The constable has the prison guards leave and just say, I don't know what you're going to do, but make sure you don't kill him by accident.
Oh, I won't. Trust me. That's what safe words are for, darling.
Small problem with that. The wrappings are partially around his mouth, so he can't talk.
Oh, that won't be an issue, because if he lets her into the cell, she's going to take his mouth bindings off.
All right.
She has use for that, after all.
But as you take care of that, and
Shall I roll command?
Yes.
9.
Very nice.
Oh, Nelly.
I suppose the main thing that ends up happening is everybody else, even though they've left the room and the door is closed, they can hear the shouting and the whipping.
Oh, and I'm not just, I'm not going through the ropes. I'm flogging the bottom of his feet.
Oh,
Oof.
my lord.
So yeah,
With
despite him being a
with the offering of putting him upright for a few minutes, that way he doesn't die from being suspended upside down.
Mm-mm. But given that just puts him in a better position for you to go after his feet, and he's not wearing shoes.
I know.
Oh dear, we're getting kinky.
But you do hear a couple guards going, "What is that? What is that woman even doing?" And another one saying, "I know enough to know I don't want to know that."
This is a smart man right here, I can assure you.
Or a tremulous one if you're not adventurous.
Mm-mm. And I'm guessing the main end of the interrogation
Is to find out if he knows where the actual relic is or not.
He ends up saying that he does not know.
Do I believe him?
I'll given the way he's yelling about it, he very much doesn't know.
Duly noted.
what is known is that he was he was it was given to him as a gift for looking the other way regarding Celestial Plume.
Oh, by who?
He didn't get the name, but somebody from the Celestial Plume Masters had given it to him.
What does this man look like?
He isn't willing to give details because they were wrapped up in ropes. He didn't even see a face.
What kind of robes?
Bunch of different colors. He doesn't remember. He didn't think about all of those details. So.
Tell me what colors you remember. And while he's explaining that, Halo is going to try to think if she has seen anyone like that, dressed as such.
It's nobody that you have seen per se.
Okay.
But
And I can't recall ever seeing anyone dressed as such.
yeah, though the important thing is that somebody tried to send that in.
Alright. I exit the room after having sat him up against the wall so that way he doesn't die from all the blood rushing to his head. And I go to the constable and explain that he does not know where the original is, and explain that it was given to him as a bribe by somebody from the Celestial Plume industry. Considering this is 87 territory, they're going to want to know that. And then I immediately pen a letter to Lady 87 explaining my findings on that as well.
Remember to make the backup letter.
And that's exactly what I do. I go through all the necessary precautions that I did last time with making sure that only Lady 87 reads these letters. Along with detailing our current findings. On the off chance, I also do put a brief footnote about the Henshi Temple and my worries about it.
Yep.
And while I don't have anything conclusive, it's worthy of looking out for.
Which it is good. It does after you send out the letter, which doesn't take long because you're not for
where she's based.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she's in Dagwon, which is just a pace travel north. Yeah. But as a result of as a result of that, she en- she ends up writing an acceptance and a thanks, because this means that if they're doing something so brazen, then she has reason to directly question them the next time there's a meeting between the sects, which will happen in less than a week.
All right. Halo
But
is going to take a backseat for a few minutes. I will be right back.
all right. This is a bit awkward timing for me because I wasn't quite done with the details of the letter.
He wasn't done with the details. All right, hurry up. Nature picks the worst timing. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
She suggests we filibuster if we have to.
no hurries. But speaking of that, since that is something I have to handle, let me dig up one particular thing in my long document. Let me
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Let's just say margaritas have to make me run.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
she ends the letter with saying, I look forward to your progress, Sister 49.
does that mean I've gotten a promotion?
Technically, yeah.
Dude.
All right. Promotion via the rank 49 person dying.
Oh.
Sister 49, huh? Good to know.
Mm-mm. But with that in mind, let me I should also note that while you've been in towns, you've seen some wanted posters for for the party. The problem is the image on the wanted poster looks nothing like you.
Let me guess, they pulled a Flynn Rider with Yao.
Possibly.
In other words, that they never got his nose right.
No, they don't even. No, they don't look like you. Period. They look like completely different people.
Feel sorry for those people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's clear that whoever did the image was operating on the low end of the grapevine.
What do you think we're wanted for?
It's an interesting question.
Probably killing a constable.
Fair.
How would they know that was us though? Because we left no witnesses.
They know the constable didn't come back. They just don't know who did it. So this is their educated guess.
Normally I'd be offended about someone not giving my image right, but I think I'll accept it in this case.
That would be wise.
I may be vain, but even I know when not to get too offended.
Well, even then, they attacked first. It was definitely self-defense on our parts.
You think these people give a damn?
Put them with me for 20 minutes and they will.
Okay, so I need one of you to roll me a d10, just a straight d10.
On it. Ouch. Somebody else roll.
No. We don't know what that roll means. It could mean anything. It could actually be a good thing that you roll low.
Do you want me to roll because I have the command typed in already?
What say you, Monk?
Do it.
Very nice. Go, Shiva.
Woo!
All right.
It's actually comfortable on the lanai.
Yep. Well, you and you end up hearing a bit of news, namely the fact that Lady 87 has decided to expand her territory and is trying to voluntold the people of the Temple Hill gang into joining her. Not the people at the actual temple you guys went to, but the Temple Hill gang that surrounds that mountain.
So she's trying to extend her reach into the Celestial Plume Master's territory.
I'd say she's more trying to shore up and build up forces until she goes south.
Fair enough.
And because of that, one would think that with them moving into that the Henshi Temple would have a word about that, but they are mum about it. They're like, you want to go fight the Temple Hill gang? That's the we're not helping either of you, but we're also not getting in either of yours way. It's not our problem.
As long as they don't go after the temple itself, they don't give two shits.
Mm-hmm. And because of that, and while the Temple Hill gang is very strong, this is more an issue of Lady 87 has more numbers and more numbers of strong martial artists.
By the way, that was Sister 47 you said, or Sister 48?
47.
Alright, just wanted to notate that on the character sheet.
Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, at the very least, what has happened is that within the On district, at the very least, over the next few days, you do end up getting rumors about about it being harder to get Celestial Plume and the prices starting to go up.
Good.
Well, not because the supply is running low, but simply because there have been a bunch of crackdowns. Since, officially speaking, the Emperor had declared it that use of Celestial Plume is punishable by a flogging. But somebody has been encouraging the crackdown on Celestial Plume.
Wouldn't know who that was.
Mm-hmm. So it's not that the supply's gone down, it's that the property's too hot. At least within On District. So this unfortunately does mean that the 87 killers are beginning their move in response to the Celestial Plume being so blatant.
It was inevitable at the rate they were going.
Mm-hmm. And with them making their move, that means that especially with the Temple Hill gang being taken out of the picture, essentially. This also means that every other gang over the next few days is going to be put on notice.
So, in regards to the territory for the 87 killers, would you say that includes all of Boquan, of Gu, and An?
At this point, yes.
Okay.
So even while the other sects aren't going to directly move against, it does mean that they're a bit concerned of, okay, am I next?
In other words, we need to watch our heads.
Mm-hmm. But that is where we're going to leave it off. We will continue the escalating sect war over the next week. But I'd say this is as good a spot as any without it bleeding over past the usual length.
Mm.
So sometimes we do end. I'm always going to end early if I feel like things have hit a natural break.
Also, Ethereal Dragon, I get that reference.
Yeah. I see it.
I get it and I love it.
What are we talking about?
That reference.
So, Ethereal Dragon posted in the chat, classic. So, Sanji's wanted poster. So, Sanji from One Piece, he never had a proper picture taken, so his wanted poster was hand drawn.
Okay, was Sanji the guy with all was Sanji the guy with all the swords?
No, that's
No,
Curly
Sanji
Brows.
was the chef, the cook, the guy who kicked.
Ah,
Curly
okay.
Yeah.
I should really keep an eye on the chat, but on the stream, but I don't.
And for reference, here's what the wanted poster looked like in Synchronicity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
And for further reference, hold on. Ah, shit.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that before.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, that will do it for this week. Thank you to everybody who stopped by and everybody who came in for the insanity this week. We'll be back here, same monk time, same monk channel. A little bit later on today, I will be visiting my old friend Monarch, as we are going to be talking about Zabek. So keep an eye out for that. But until then, on behalf of the good brothers present and not present, my name is Mildra. I am your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.